Am I doing this selfie right?
What are you doing? What are you doing, Kevin?
Well, I have to get my passport updated and you need a photo for it, so I'm trying to find the best angle for me. I feel like me looking up, I feel like that's me at my cutest.
Yeah, you know what? Let me just take it.
Okay, yeah.
Click. Okay, good. Great.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Perfect passport photo. Where are we going, Kevin?
We, sir, are going to go to France because it is 2018. There is a Cannes Film Festival going on, and we got to conquer that shit.
I've always wanted to go to France.
Well, we have been the once before.
That's true. We have been to France before. The other time we did this in an episode.
Yeah. So, everyone listening, please feel free to join James and I as we rack up a shitload of frequent flyer miles.
You can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch. Trailer hitch.
Grab a seat, pour yourselves a whiskey neat. It's time to judge the shit out of these future releases by the movie trailers. We're trailer hits. This movie might totally suck, but the whiskey sure is going down fine. Yeah, we're trailer hits.
God damn, I forgot how long customs takes at airports. Well, I mean, while we're here, let's just do some minor introductions.
Yeah.
I'm Kevin.
I'm James, everyone.
This is Trailer Hitch.
Welcome to Trailer Hitch.
Yeah, if this is your first time, welcome. You're joining us in an airport right now as we're waiting to have someone rifle through our shit.
Yeah.
So Trailer Hitch is a podcast in which James and I rate and review movie trailers. We typically grade things on a scale of need to see more, or never need to see. If James and I both give something a need to see rating, we see that movie, we report back in a segment called Trailer in the Rear View, in which we review the film and the trailer in retrospect. You can find one of those actually right below this episode on iTunes. James and I talked about The Book of Henry, and of course we paired that with Avengers Infinity War.
Because those go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Look, not everything has to have a theme.
I guess.
As you'll find out with some of these movie trailers.
Yeah, that's actually a really fair point. You know, we can't even get on the goddamn plane yet.
Right. Yes, the plane,
and
of course.
Hey, there have been other trailers that have dropped. There have been other things for us to discuss.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for that security guard to figure out what that is. It's a laptop! Do you want to talk about some of these teasers that dropped?
Yeah, there is a couple teasers that dropped, guys. So
yeah.
don't worry. They're not part of the Cannes Film Festival, but they are present and in our lives. So we're going to talk about it real quick in our classic teaser trailer showroom segment, right?
Yep. They do thankfully have a showroom here at the airport.
Everywhere we go, there seems to be a trailer showroom.
Yeah, it's like right in between the Cinnabon and the bar. There's a showroom in which we can go in, we can take a look at some trailers.
Yeah.
And we're not going to give a full review because these are teasers.
Yeah.
By nature, they're not really going to give us a full flavor for what's in store.
I'd say by nature, they're designed to make you need to see more.
Exactly.
Our middle rating. So usually these give the middle rating anyway.
Yeah.
Need to see more.
And eventually James and I just got sick of saying need to see more to teasers, and then we decided to make this segment.
It's a great old segment.
Yep.
So let's talk about The Predator.
Tell me about the mission. Did you see anything unusual?
Like an alien, you mean?
You saw something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're walking up to this here Predator trailer. We're taking a look at the little sticker in the window, looking at its miles per gallon, all that good stuff. James, give me some goods here.
Well, first of all, you got to sneak up because it's the Predator. So you can't just be stomping through the ground here.
I'm actually really surprised we found it right away. This is usually cloaked, but no, sure enough, right in the middle of the goddamn floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is another Predator movie.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not familiar with the Predator, he's an alien. He tries to kill, like, the most dangerous game. That's kind of his shtick.
He's an alien. Yeah. He's a predator. That's all you need.
That's all you need. He's got dreadlocks.
Yep.
And he's an ugly motherfucker, according to Arnold Schwarzenegger. But beauty's really only skin deep anyway.
Yeah,
so
it's really subjective.
It's really
at heart.
Yeah.
Someone might find the Predator attractive. Maybe that's what this movie is about.
Exactly.
Him trying to find love.
So there is, of course, the original classic Predator.
Yes.
It's a fantastic movie. It's
Absolutely.
one of my favorite action movies. Predator 2, not so well received, but still kind of a lot of fun.
I've actually never seen it.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Sure.
But it is kind of fun. And then the Predator films kind of go in different directions with Predators, which is very good too.
That's another one that's just a ton of fun.
Yeah, and then the Alien versus Predator movie. So it's a rich franchise, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
But we have a new Predator movie with Shane Black.
Yes.
Behind the helm of directing, who is in the original Predator movie. So that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And weird and interesting, I think. But yeah, so this one looks like it is modern day, and it starts with a kid, the kid from Room.
Yeah.
This fucking kid can't catch a break, man. He was in Room. His brother Henry died in the Book of Henry, and now he's causing aliens to come invade.
I mean, I get drama as conflict, but I think we would all just like to see a movie where this kid just gets to chill for a bit. To be fair, he does get to chill right at the beginning of this trailer.
You get some really good me time of him and the alien technology that's going to doom us all.
That he thinks is a toy.
Yeah.
He, flips this toy around, and all the while we're cutting that with the spaceship that is falling from the sky.
Yeah.
And, as this kid is crashing the ship proper is crashing onto Earth.
Sure, yes.
And that's what kicks us off. And then immediately we go into an Annihilation-esque interrogation scene where it's like, did you see anything?
Very Annihilation-esque, you're right.
Yeah. Did you see anything? And the guy's really coy about it, and everyone immediately deduces, oh, he fucking saw something.
Yeah.
And then from that point on, we get just a lot of action shots, hero shots. It definitely seems to be slanting toward a horror vibe, which is pretty cool because for the most part, come to think of it, the Predator films that I have seen have slanted more into just like action and sci-fi. And so seeing the Predator franchise just put its chips down into horror is actually kind of cool. And something that I didn't realize I was missing until I watched this trailer.
Yeah, that's a good interpretation of it. I think there's some fun to be had in it, too.
Definitely.
And that comes with Shane Black,
Yeah.
who is a genius with humor, I think, in his film. Like, whether or not you enjoy his movies, like, in their entirety or not, I think he does humor really well.
Yeah. And oddly sets a lot of his shit at Christmas. There doesn't seem to be any sleigh bells.
No, I think he actually actively came out and said this one doesn't take place during Christmas. Someone actually asked him that, but we get a little humor there with the interrogation scene. Other than that, after that, it was just like kind of actiony, horror-y beats.
Yeah.
Of just sound effects going with the music of the beat, really pretty well. You get some exposition from Olivia Munn explaining these are aliens, they're coming here to assimilate or, evolve in a sense.
Yeah.
That's it. That's really all we get.
Yeah.
Bare bones, I'd say.
I would say so too. So far, I'm definitely picking up more of a Predators vibe versus like a Predator proper.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good news because I thought Predators was a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I guess to a degree, looking at Predator v Predator 2, Predators largely just takes place on the alien world. The first Predator film just takes place in the jungle. And then the next step in that franchise was to then, okay, now what if the Predator was in LA?
Yep.
And
urban
now,
setting, yeah.
And we definitely seem to be getting a lot of urban setting from this trailer. And so it does just feel like the next step from like Predators, which is
right.
To what I recall the last proper entry in the franchise. I know he's a character in Mortal Kombat as well, but that's a slant.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. So yeah, as of right now, I'm actually pretty stoked about this. I was digging what I got out of the teaser trailer, but of course it is a teaser. I'm excited to see a full trailer just so that way Hopefully we get a little bit more of Shane Black humor, but, you know, so far, as far as, like, the action and the horror beats are concerned, I'm really liking this.
Yeah, and, well, they're also kind of promoted it as, like, a team movie, too. It's not just, like, it's not really following one guy or like Shane Black likes to do, a duo.
Right.
It's like a team. I didn't really get much of a team vibe
I would agree
from
with
this
that,
teaser,
yeah.
So I'd like to see more of that in a full-length trailer. But yeah, man, I really, really dug this. I'm excited for it. It's something that I'm really looking forward to. So there you go.
Yeah.
Should we pivot?
Yeah.
I was trying to think of like a fun transition word, Kevin, but I came up with nothing. Nada. Zilch.
So now what?
This is when the operatic section comes in.
Oh, the operatic section, yeah.
Mamma mia, mamma mia. Mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me.
Wait, Predators kill people. Bohemian Rhapsody is about Queen. I should have gone with Killer Queen. Like, what?
Oh,
what,
God damn it. It was right in front of us.
Oh, well, we're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
I really wish we could say the excuse of jet lag, but we're not even on the goddamn plane
Hell
yet.
no. All right, so here we go. Bohemian Rhapsody. Biopic about Queen. It's probably going to have Queen music in it if you go by anything off of this teaser.
Yeah, the trailer's really leaning hard on, hey,
Yeah.
you like that one Queen song, right? Here you go.
Which one Queen song? All of them. Because they're like all in this trailer. They do a good job of interweaving all of the songs. I thought that was really interesting. I mean, let's get this out of the way right away. The Mr. Robot guy, what's his?
Rami Malek.
Mind-blowingly looks like Freddie Mercury.
I know.
Blows my mind.
When I heard Sacha Baron Cohen exited, I went, fuck, that's like the dude
like,
for Freddie
who
Mercury.
are you going to get
Who are
now?
you possibly going to get? And you take one look at Rami Malek and you go, him. Yeah, that's absolutely the right
and
choice.
like, man, with the aviators and the mustache, holy shit, he looks just like him. Now, this teaser is definitely all Queen original recordings, lip syncing. So,
Which honestly, I prefer that versus just because Freddie Mercury is not only an iconic singer, but like kind of a one in a million shot.
He's
like it's
one of
so
the best,
fucking hard to emulate his vocal performances.
One of the best vocalists like, of all time.
Earnestly, this is one of those instances where it's like, you know what? Honestly, I'm glad he didn't even try.
But what I'm saying is we don't really know. We don't have a whole lot of information yet based on the teaser.
Yeah.
Is that just the teaser? Is he actually going to be singing in this movie? Like,
sure. And as of right now, I'm just looking in the window at what we got here, and I'm seeing that it does have satellite radio, and that's really what I'm happy about.
Sure, yes. Yeah, all I'm saying is, I agree with you. If he can't cut it, which, I mean, no one would blame him if he can't. You can't recreate Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Then go lip syncing. I'll allow it, but it is always better in these kinds of movies when they actually do the singing. Sure. Like when it's lip syncing, it is kind of less interesting.
You ultimately, it doesn't really leave a whole lot of room to tell the story because then we're just focusing on the song.
Right.
And I think part of the appeal of musicals and stage and on film is an actor can put certain inflections on the song so that they can convey what's going on with their character through the song. And it's not just like the big bombastic song number. It's, this is actually telling the story, too.
Yeah.
When you go with recordings, you're just kind of stuck with how Freddie Mercury sang it. But bear in mind, he sang it pretty well, so...
I mean, but like when Joaquin Phoenix sang the first Folsom Prison Blues in Walk the Line, like fucking chills.
Totally.
Because, like you said, he is acting the shit out of that song.
Yeah.
Which, like you said, you can't do if you're just dealing with pre-recordings. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that remains to be seen. Loved the musical composition of the trailer. I thought the songs flowed in and out really great. I thought he looked fantastic. There's not much in this, though, is there? It's this is a biopic about a person you love. You'll see it because of that.
Yeah,
here's some music you love.
Yeah, he is like the shit disturber that you gather from not only from his music, but like the rare live
Yes.
performances that
Yeah.
you see on YouTube. As of right now, this biopic isn't really giving me anything more than what, and sorry, this sounds really harsh, but more than what I could find out on a Wikipedia page.
Sure, yeah.
Which I really am sorry that it comes out as harsh as that, because obviously there is a lot of love and attention that is put into this. But as of right now, I am excited for another trailer just to see, okay, what are you giving me outside of these really great Queen tracks? Like,
Yeah.
what makes me want to see this movie instead of going, fuck, I should listen to A Night at the Opera again.
Right, yeah.
So-
yeah, you can't just be like, this movie has music you like, and it's about a guy's life.
Right.
It's like, yeah, but what story are we diving into here? I'd like more of that. I'd like definitively to know if he's singing in it or not. I don't know how you can convey that in a trailer, but in this teaser, like the only actual dialogue in it,
joke, really.
Well, first it was Freddie Mercury saying, "Oh, here's where the operatic stuff comes in." I liked that.
And yeah,
I
Brian
liked-
May going, all right.
Okay, I liked that moment. But the only other instance of dialogue was a joke, and it was like just a lame sex joke, and that ends your trailer. Essentially, well, there was some more musical moments after that, but it was a weird note to go out on of this weird sex joke that wasn't even that fun. Like, it's sort of clever.
It's
not
a weird
that
it's a
clever.
weird thing to like hinge your trailer on for sure.
When
And
your trailer only has like 2 lines of dialogue in
it
it.
sticks out that it's not like something telling me about Freddie Mercury,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And yeah, oddly enough for me, one of the biggest things that sticks out to me in this trailer is and it's really brief, but the shot of the cat running on the piano.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's really interesting.
What's that about?
Yeah, what's that about? Like, what are we getting at with
Yeah.
this? And I don't think it's the best sign that one of my biggest takeaways is a throwaway shot of a cat on a piano versus, like, who the movie's
Unless
about.
you're pulling something like super deep in the subtext that no one will get until way later.
Right.
That could be it too. I don't know.
We end up coming back to this and going, God damn it, that cat was the key to the
Yeah.
entire film.
Sorry, it's bothering me that I didn't say it. Let me just say the joke for you guys.
He's giving Bohemian
6
Rhapsody to a music executive
Yeah.
who's like, 6 minutes, that's way too long. To which Freddie Mercury retorts.
He replies, if you think 6 minutes is long, then I feel bad for your wife.
And yeah, you
And then
get a
there's
cutaway
crickets.
shot of. Well, you get a cutaway shot of the other Queen guys going, "Ooh, I can't believe you said that."
Well, they're just like, oh no,
Oh,
that's so
shit!
intense. And I'm like, that was the kind of a tame.
What a killer joke!
I was like,
wait a
that's-
minute, killer. That gives me another idea.
cat on piano. But I fucking love Queen, so
Right.
I'm excited to see another trailer.
Sure. All right, man. Well, I think our flight is it's ready to go here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be getting on over to France.
Yeah.
We are heading into the Cannes Film Festival as we speak. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join us for Conquest. Bonsoir, everybody.
Au revoir.
That means goodbye.
Oh,
Wait,
I meant bonjour.
we did this last year.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Haven't
Bonjour.
I
Bonjour.
gave
bonjour,
you a
bonjour.
Duolingo account for Christmas.
There
Why
goes
haven't
the
you?
baker.
Is that even French? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are here live at the Cannes Film Festival.
Yes.
Totally.
Welcome.
Yes,
Or
welcome.
to us.
Yeah. We're pressuring other people to welcome
Yeah,
us
right,
too, I
welcome
guess.
us.
Anyway, we are currently enjoying some dope-ass French wine, and we are going to go through some trailers that have dropped from the Cannes Film Festival. Now, James and
Classily.
Classily.
Yeah,
of
cheers.
course.
I want to cheers you. We got
Yeah,
the wine.
this
Let's
is-
do it.
It
Yeah.
was the lightest of cheers, too.
Well,
There's a
it's-
lot of
it's-
dignity with
It's
that.
very classy. It's first class all the way here, guys.
So
Sorry.
we are going to be going through and talking about a bunch of the films that are up for the main prize at
Yes.
the Cannes Film Festival, which is the Palme D'Or.
You're saying that wrong, Kevin.
That is correct.
It's Palme D'Or.
You're conflating it, but we'll get there. So yeah, that translates to the Golden Palm. That's the best prize of the festival.
Right.
There are currently, I believe, 15 films in competition. That said, not all of them have trailers.
Trailers, which we ran into last year, too.
Correct.
Yeah.
So for those films, get on our level.
Yeah.
Fucking cut a trailer for the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah, if you want the exclusive Trailer Hitch Awards,
yes,
you're going to have to make a trailer.
Yeah, even if it's a half-assed one. We've seen plenty of half-assed trailers.
You can't do much worse than some of the trailers we'll be talking about today. I promise you.
We'll get there. So James mentioned that we're talking about prizes, and yes, folks, we do have prizes. So for all of those directors who are there hoping, praying that they can be internationally recognized at the Cannes Film Festival with the Palme D'Or, let me just float this out there for you. What if you could get a prize for a dope trailer for your movie at the Cannes Film Festival? James and I at Trailer Hitch like to give out to our favorite of the festival,
of course,
the Palme D'Or. Now, the Palme D'Or does not translate into anything in French. It is literally Palme, D-O-O-R. Because we are a trailer podcast. We're just ripping a door right off of a trailer. We're giving it, we're painting it gold. We're giving it to whoever takes the
Maybe
top
we'll
prize.
throw a plaque on it.
Maybe.
Look, we'll need...
You have to really wow us for the
need
plaque,
funding first for that. That's not something you can just have made for free.
Yeah, so James and I do the Palme D'Or. And the second prize at the Cannes Film Festival, and this is true, is called the Grand Prix. And
so
we don't
perfect.
even have to stretch for the pun there.
No.
That's just going to be what we're calling our second prize, too.
Grand Prix also.
Yeah. Can you imagine some poor director is like, are you kidding? I won the Grand Prix? This is amazing. And then they show up and it's just us two schmucks with a plaque going, good job, bud.
It's just like the Grand Prix with an asterisk next to it. And it's like, what's the asterisk stand for? Don't worry about it. You'll find out when you win it.
Well, I'm glad that you guys at least like the film. Oh, no. We haven't seen the film. We just like the trailer, and we might consider seeing the film based off of this.
But not enough to give you the top prize.
Right. So, I believe we have like 10 trailers. Yeah, we really should have counted before we got
it's
into
not important.
We had so much time on the flight. We
Yeah.
spent it just sleeping. We took Benadryl and just conked out. Because we needed the energy.
To you
for
guys,
Conquest.
the flight seemed instantaneous. But for us, it was...
We were able to do that through the magic of editing.
It was slightly longer than instantaneous.
All right, so we're going to get right into it, folks. For each of these, we're not going to give, like, full reviews. We're just going to be kind of touching on everything.
Yeah.
But for each film, I'm going to be giving you the title, a little bit about what the movie's about, and we'll get into our general thoughts.
Yeah.
So first we have Three Faces. It's an Iranian movie about a man and woman getting a message from a distressed teenager and going to villages in an effort to find her. But don't feel bummed because it's a wry and funny road film.
I was just gonna say, I was specifically told in the trailer that this is a rip-roaring good time road comedy.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of funny though because I looked closely at that
title
quote.
card.
Yeah, because it was like there was something off about the grammar.
Oh, was there? I didn't even look that closely.
And I looked at the quote, and it came from the president of the Cannes Film Festival. So it's like they clearly just got the president of the Cannes Film Festival to go, yeah, I liked it, and then they put it in the trailer, which I kind of give him props for. That's sort of funny. But yeah, overall for me, the humor is really landing for me out of this trailer. There's a really great joke where they find an old woman lying in a grave and she says it's her final resting place, and so she may as well just hang out there anyway. And obviously, again, when I said it's a dry road, like, comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dry, baby. Like,
so dry that I didn't even laugh at anything.
Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. I was chuckling.
I'm curious, like, what other parts did you find funny in it? Because I think the horn, like the guy asking him to beep the horn was supposed to be funny.
Yeah, the horn didn't land for me either.
Well, what other parts did land for you, other than the woman in the grave?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the general through line of them going to each of these villages in an effort to find this girl. And the entire time, these people are like, well, aren't you going to help us? And they're like, And again, it kind of is playing into the big aspect that I like about it is kind of the social commentary going on through this. And again, very dry and I think pretty cutting satire. There's a scene where as they're looking for this teenage girl, they're talking to someone who's like, oh yeah, like, this all happened because she started learning and going to school. Like, we tried to marry her off so that way she'd let go of her ambitions, but, then she said no to that. And, like, it is, again, very dry, cutting satire, but it is also interesting because obviously, well, one, I don't know a lot about Iran in general. Two, I sure as shit don't know a lot about small-town Iran. And so it is really fascinating to get that slice of life and at the same time kind of see with a cutting eye the expectations and roles you are given within that framework, especially if you are a teenage girl, and like how stifling that is. And it only lends into the title character's concern for this girl and their desire to find her.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
it just wasn't as gripping to me as, like, it didn't really interest me that much.
Sure.
And I think just to give the listeners a little bit more, I think the woman that's the main character, she's an artist of some kind, maybe a filmmaker.
Yeah, they were saying that this young girl was accepted into their conservatory.
The girl that goes missing idolizes the main character, and that kind of, and sends her a video of some sort. Mm-hmm. And that kind of sends them on their journey to help find this girl. Mm-hmm. And then they experience a bunch of wacky characters along the way.
Right.
So there you go. I just didn't find it that interesting.
Yeah, that's okay. Was there anything in particular that was pulling you out?
Just the tone of it was just so, I think it was just so dry that I was like, what is the tone of this?
Well, and nothing hurts more when you're watching a comedy and it's not landing, and then all you get is like these pull quotes saying, "This movie's so funny."
You're
like,
supposed
"What
to
are
be
you
laughing here?
What are you? I don't see what you see." Yeah. No, that's totally.
I think that might be it too, because I was just watching it and taking it seriously until that quote, and then I was like, oh.
Wait, where are the yucks?
Okay, maybe I'll start looking at this in a different set of eyes and like humorous, but it just didn't land for me.
What I'll say kind of pulled me out a little bit. So, and this is just some background information, but the director and the man of the man-woman duo is the director of the film. He was actually banned from making films in Iran because they were really cutting social commentaries. And clearly Iran is really bad at enforcing those bans because, like, he's made a shitload of movies since the ban happened.
I mean, unless he films them elsewhere.
Which is true, yeah. But, like, I know I would highly recommend a movie called This Is Not a Film, which, surprisingly, is a film.
You liar.
And, yeah, that was his first movie right after the ban, and, like, it's awesome. I would highly recommend it. Yeah, so, like, this director's in the movie, and though I'm happy to see, like, he's out and about and making films, I don't really know what function his character has in the proceedings, because really it's the woman who is driving the search and really seems to be the most concerned about
it's her journey for sure. And
absolutely.
I think he's probably there. He might be there for the yucks. I mean,
sure.
Or in my opinion, lack thereof yucks.
Right.
the sans yucks.
Sans yucks?
Sans yucks.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, those are my general thoughts.
Okay,
on it. Yeah.
cool. Well, let's move right along to Burning. So this is a Korean flick that's every friend-zoned man's nightmare. A man's crush meets her mysterious boyfriend, who in turn kidnaps her, which then prompts
allegedly,
which then prompts the man to find her while trying to deduce what is exactly going on. So obviously the gender politics are a bit dated in this.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I take it that was the actual synopsis of the
No,
film.
that was what I gleaned.
Oh, interesting. Okay, interesting.
I could be off.
Sure.
Never mind. But yeah, I mean, for you, what are you feeling on this right now?
It was a little hectic with what really is happening. I didn't get that he kidnapped her.
I only gathered that because there was some, and it felt sort of throwaway, but like she's gone, and now he's trying to find her? Question mark. And especially
our main character, our hero, he's a younger guy,
yes.
and the girl he's interested in is dating someone who I think is traditionally, in the traditional sense, better looking than him. He's taller than him. He's a little bit more mature looking than him.
Yeah. Comes from a mysterious background. When asked what he does for a living, he says, I like to play, which that could mean it.
Yeah.
It could mean he's an actor. It could mean he's a DJ, because he mentions, like, feeling the bass in his chest at one
yeah,
point.
he could be a musician.
Or murderer. Who knows?
Or a serial killer.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it was interesting. I don't really understand the burning theme. There were certain images in the trailer that kind of hinted at fire or burning, but I didn't really understand the relating theme.
Desire, you know?
Okay, sure, yeah. Sure.
Oh, yeah, no, bear in mind, that is a shot in all sorts of dark. But,
yeah. I mean, it looks like the performances are good, but for the most part, I'm not that interested in this one either.
Yeah, and I mean, I do actually like the slow ramp up of tension through the trailer. I do think, like, the editing...
That was handled well, I agree.
Far quicker. That said, I feel like every character is as vague as the quote-unquote mysterious character as far as the trailer is concerned.
Sure.
And especially if I am meant to be worried about the woman, or if it's doing something super wacky, and I actually really like your idea of, like, allegedly she's been kidnapped. What if he is just, like, enforcing this narrative on the situation when in all actuality, no, they're a happy, healthy couple, and you just gotta let this shit go.
Exactly,
buddy.
you gotta let it go.
That would be amazing. We obviously don't really get that from the trailer.
Yeah.
And I can bring that up because hopefully that's why they're being vague. Is like, if you tip your hand too much in the trailer, then it becomes incredibly clear, like, oh, okay, this is all
I think that's
from an
fair.
unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
But I think, as far as the trailer we have right now, I think we're giving it a lot of credit. So I'm kind of in your boat, too, where I'm not nearly as sold on this.
Yeah, I thought the trailer did some interesting things, like you said, with building tension. But other than that, it kind of was a little forgettable for me. So There you go.
All right, next is Dog Man. It's an Italian film about a dog groomer or kennel owner, anyway, he likes dogs, who gets roped into crime by his less than stellar buddy. And so, right out the gate, I'll say not rough, and I think that a big part of that is, icebox laugh, I'll take it, is the song choice. Like, I really liked the kind of classic song that
Who
was
Let the
really...
Dogs Out?
Yes, exactly.
Of course, yeah.
Which is really serene.
The Baha Men classic.
Where are the Baha Men now? You would have to assume letting the dogs out.
Still looking for the dogs, really, to get them back in.
But I do like the mood and the tone that it sets with it. And this director in particular seems really indebted to Martin Scorsese of having, you know, like these light and airy pop songs, then juxtaposed with some pretty graphic violence.
Sure. All joking aside, do you remember what the song is? Because I don't.
I don't either.
Okay.
I remember that it's like kind of a vaguely like 50s.
But it gives you that kind of mood of...
Yeah, and
it's an upper.
Yeah, and I think the song was meant to convey innocence, and I think the main character, the dog man, as it were, really does convey that innocence. Like, he is just like this really affable guy who happens to get roped into some really terrible shit. Yeah. And I think the trailer's constant cutting to the dogs whenever something really violent happens is sort of meant to show, like, you know, the innocence of this guy and these dogs are being marred by what is happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I got a little bit more of a sense of what crimes are...
Yeah, like, there's like a beating in the kennel, but that's about all we get.
Yeah, like, I don't really know what he's getting involved in or how he really how he knows this person. I don't really know that. Like, they don't look like a duo that, like, really would strike me as fast friends. So I'm not even sure how that happened. But yeah, the dog reaction shots are really interesting. When, like, in the part of the trailer, the big brute says to the main character, like, I don't know who he's saying it to, but he says, I'm going to kill you. And it's off frame. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh no, is he talking to a dog? Is he gonna kill a dog? because I was not okay with that. And then I'm like, oh, maybe it might be a human. Okay, that's fine. Just don't kill the dog.
Never understood that. Never understood the don't kill the dog, but murder every human.
It's the
in this
human
film.
condition, man. I don't understand it either. It's just a thing.
Bit misanthropic, but go on.
Yeah. So this one was interesting. I felt the heartwarmingness from said dog man, and the dogs, of course. The dogs looked fantastic.
Sure. Good dog acting.
Good dog acting, and the brute. I could tell I'm not supposed to like him. So all those things were set up properly. I just wish I knew a little bit more about what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah.
And
because really the trailer right now is just selling us on that theme of lost innocence, especially juxtaposed with these dogs. Yeah. And as of right now, that's really not enough to carry an entire feature for me.
Hell no.
Right.
Rough
yeah.
no. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta hope that there's more to bark up the street.
I do like parts of it. Like I was enjoying myself while I was watching it, but it's got a lot to be desired.
God damn. It took till the third trailer. The first two, you were like, what the fuck have we gotten ourselves into?
No, it wasn't even, they weren't even what the fucks. They were just like, pass.
Sure.
They were just bland. This one at least wasn't bland, and I was interested while watching it, at the very least.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so next is Happy as Lazaro. Now, this actually happened to us last year for Conquest.
What happened to us, Kevin?
We would get trailers that were not in English and also were not subtitled. And so...
leaving us high and dry.
Pretty high and dry.
As to what it could be about.
So, in addition to Conquest, James and I are also reintroducing this segment again called Backseat Driving.
Heyo.
Backseat Driving is when a trailer really doesn't...
Hang on, Kevin, I'll explain this from the backseat. See, I'm backseat driving your explanation. So, because we just have the visuals to go off of, and
just visuals.
And audio.
And just audio.
Music.
And music.
But no context for dialogue or anything.
Right.
We come up with our own interpretations of what the film could be about.
Right.
Whether we're being serious about it or making a big fucking joke about it.
Oh, I think you'll be able to deduce.
You be the judge.
You'll be able to deduce.
Yeah, so that is Backseat Driving. And this first one is Happy as Lazaro.
Lazaro.
Kevin,
yes.
do you want to take us away on this one?
Yes. So here's my backseat driver for this.
All right.
And so far, these are the true parts. It's an Italian film. From here on, abandon all hope. It's an Italian film about a boy who wants to win the annual Who Can Yell the Loudest in the Valley contest held in his town. But his family shames him by constantly whispering his name, reminding him of the year where he won the You're Not Even Trying award, which destroys his confidence. All right, what do you think?
Very excellent. Okay, so I'm going to bring back something I did last year for Ken, which is I'm going to read all my backseat driving things as if I were a trailer voice narrator.
You got the gruff.
I got it for
deep,
it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Meet Lazaro, a down-on-his-luck farmer who is just looking for that special someone. Enter the woman of his dreams, or should I say the woman of his imagination. When Lazaro starts hearing the enchanting grown voice of his childhood imaginary friend, he employs the help of his entire town to track down her so they can live happily ever after. Happy as Lazaro.
I'm actually going to be really mad if that's not what this movie is. I would see the shit out of this movie.
I'm like, I would watch this idea that I just came up with.
Especially if he's selling the town that on a lie. Like, oh yeah, this person exists. Let's come find her. She's missing.
Yeah, she's missing. I've heard her calls and she's missing. Help me. Yeah. And then they all murder him when they find out it's an imaginary friend.
Left turn.
Yeah. Anyway, so...
But for real, though.
For real.
Yeah.
We hear whisperings of the guy's name.
Lazaro.
It's a farm. It looks like a farming community.
Yep.
There's a woman involved.
Yeah. He falls for her.
I think it's a love story. It looks like it's probably a love story.
I would have to assume.
We both picked up on the town is searching and yelling for something.
Right.
That we're unaware of.
Yeah. A lot of shots of people yelling in canyons.
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, though, didn't really grab me. It looks interesting.
I hate to have you
aspect.
spoil, sir. But I just need to know, because otherwise I'm going to feel guilty for making you do this. Was there a trailer this year that gripped you from the Cannes Film
There
Festival?
was.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. You don't have to tell me. I just wanted
I mean,
to make sure.
Dogman, I was interested in.
Okay.
Like, I was legitimately interested in what was happening in it and what happened next.
Sure. And I will, sorry to get back to the trailer in
How
question.
dare you get back to the trailer?
Yeah,
in
I'm
question.
backseat driving your fucking comments, sir. Yeah, for me, I thought the trailer was really peaceful. Like, there's a lot of nice lingering shots.
It's a very good word for it, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's very serene. There's a really great shot of two women laughing, which, you know, I'm saying all this and you're like, oh, but where's the conflict in the story? And so far, I don't have a goddamn clue.
Yeah,
and granted, it's not in English, not subtitled. For all I know, there is a great caper going on. But yeah, as of right now, this does really feel like a movie that I would get as a disc on Netflix and then fall asleep twice trying to watch it. And then eventually just send it back after a couple months because it's like, I'm clearly never going to get to this.
Sounds like you were really gripped by this trailer, Kevin, and definitely not making fun of me without merit for not being gripped by it.
Yeah, no, I'm same boat.
It was just because we don't have any context for it and for what the genre of the film it appears to be. It's just kind of
coming
hard.
of age.
Yeah, it's just kind of hard to be like, oh wow,
super
interesting.
jazzed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of super jazz, oh boy, we got a doozy for y'all. This is called the Livre d'Image,
I'm
and
gonna have a great time saying that.
yeah, right. So again, we are going to have to backseat drive this because
No subtitles.
no subtitles. Also, no real images, but we'll get there. So again, this part is true. It's a French film. It's a French film about an editor who had a stroke while writing the credits for his latest film. The bewildered composer must try and tie this mess together by composing a dramatic score.
Very, very interesting.
That's the only way I can make sense of
Yeah.
it.
All right, guys, here's mine. If you've always thought, man, I wish I could watch an entire feature-length film from the eyes of the end credits, then boy, have we got the summer blockbuster for you. Introducing Le Livre d'Image, the first film, visible only through tiny holes in lines made by the letters of the end credits. 9 out of 10 cinephiles agree. This is the film of the year to pretend to love.
Yep.
Le Livre de...
Slow clap.
Thank you.
Love it.
Finn. Finn? Right, yeah. The
And for all of you non-cinephiles out there, that means end. All right. For real though, fuck this.
Yeah, what the fuck?
For context for people, just so you know that this isn't about an editor having a stroke.
Also, just for the audience, this one did not grip me either.
Yeah. I think I get that. So this is, with this particular trailer, it's about 1.5 minutes long. The first minute of it is what appears to be credits with weird color images laid over them. Big ass words will flash on screen. They're all in French, but for the most part, it's like, text and images and
Titles.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We get that, and then we get the title card, and then we get like a shot of a black and white still photo of a hand, finger pointing to the sky, then cut to a black and white photo of film in a camera, and then the French word, which I ended up looking up, just translates to soon or something like that. Like basically saying the movie will come out soon. And yeah, fuck. No.
There's nothing.
Absolutely
There's
not.
nothing. Look, I'm not saying you gotta pander to people who don't speak French or read French. Was there dialogue happening? I can't even really remember.
No.
It was just
music, images of
and-
text.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Like, guys, I want to explain to you, at least in a serious sense, what this teaser or trailer entails, but it's nothing. It's just text and words.
Yeah.
And like Kevin described, the finger
And film in a camera.
a big old finger to the viewers is what
See
it was.
you there? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And
Hard
yeah,
pass.
Godard definitely in his later period, his movies have gotten progressively more experimental. And bear in mind, there are people who like, or as James say, 9 out of 10 of them pretend to like this sort of stuff.
Thank you. I like that joke as well.
And I just can't fucking vibe with it.
How old is this guy?
80s.
I was going to say, man, if he
Super
did Breathless, God, he's got to be pretty up there.
Yep.
More power to him for doing something,
Yeah,
though.
but again, he's such a dick.
Yeah,
that I don't
yeah.
want to give him any more power.
Then let's not.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Let's
Let's
on.
not talk about it anymore.
All right, so next is Shoplifters. And this actually does have a discernible trailer.
Okay.
So no more backseat driving from us. For now.
For now, yes.
Shoplifters. It's a Japanese film about a family who, wait for it, are shoplifters who find an abandoned girl and take her in. However, after a job gone wrong, they're caught and prison threatens to tear the family apart. But there's also humor in it. And that's not to say that
lighthearted
Yeah,
humor.
it's not a comedy, but like they do find light within that premise.
I guess a dramedy is a
Yeah, I think a
term
dramedy would be a
for
good
it.
term for it. Honestly, I'm really vibing with what I think the film has in store for me.
Sure, yeah.
The trailer is like someone YouTube trailers from the 90s and we're like, oh, okay, I guess this is how we have to make our trailer. And because it does have like the deep voiced narrator throughout.
I guess I didn't really pay attention to that since it's not, the voice isn't in English, so I'm not really listening
So it's
to
like,
it.
fuck that, next.
Well, no, I'm trying to keep up with the visuals, but also with reading the subtitles.
Totally. But yeah, deep voice narrator kind of giving you the spiel and also giving you kind of like the subtext of the film.
Yeah.
And so it's really hard because honestly, from what I get out of this trailer, I'm really excited for the movie. I really like the concept of them just finding this girl and taking her in. And you see this family shoplift consistently, and then you immediately see where the spoils of that go to. It's dinner for them. It's them connecting with each other. And they make it a point to say in the trailer, it's like, what they steal ultimately says something about them as a family. Womp. Which it's like, God, I kind of wish you didn't just outright say it. But it is really interesting to see, like, yeah, really, it's just them trying to connect with each other.
I really liked how they started the trailer with the stigma that, oh, these people are shoplifters. Mm-hmm. That's all you get right now as a viewer. So your immediate stigma is just, oh, that's bad. Shoplifting is bad. So you have this like negative, tint to viewing this family until the little girl comes into the picture, which they technically kidnap.
Yes.
Like, and they call attention to it.
Call it out.
And it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's really funny the way they call it out. It's like, you should probably take her home. Well, she seems to be enjoying herself. Okay, well, that's kidnapping, though. So that was really funny. But once that came into play, you could tell that this was a loving family. Mm-hmm. And that's something that really challenges your knowledge
your stereotype of
damn shoplifters.
Right.
Someone who worked at a convenience store at one point, it's like, man, those pesky shoplifters, they're no good, man. They're no good.
And then you see this and then you go, God damn it, they can be.
They could have been housing a kidnapped child.
And just trying to connect with them, James.
That's right. This one gripped me, man.
Yeah.
I connected with this one. I really enjoyed this trailer a lot.
And bear in mind, like, the construction of it, of the trailer proper, I'm not as crazy about. But the content is just so strong for me that I don't care.
It's hard to argue with the results. Initially, I would say, man, you shouldn't have showed us the family getting caught. They get caught. It's in the trailer.
Yeah.
But you can't argue with the results, and the stuff that comes out of them getting caught is really excellent in the trailer.
Yeah, and like really interesting too, because you get a shot of a bunch of reporters outside of the parents of said little girl, and they were like, why didn't you file a missing
Why
persons
didn't you report
report?
this?
Yeah, and it's like, that's a damn good point. I want to know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it gives you just enough where I'm really intrigued by this.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good trailer, man.
Cool. All right.
We got a positive one.
We got a
you
positive.
guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right. So next is Asako 1 and 2. This is, again, another one that we're going to have to backseat drive. It is also only 40 seconds. James and I have our work cut out for us. We're going to see how this goes.
I got something. I'm waiting for you.
Yes, so here we go. It's a Japanese film about a Romeo and Juliet-esque romance between a smoker and an avid runner. Will he be able to keep up with her or get winded after a couple of blocks? The question that's so deep it apparently takes 2 movies to tell?
That is fantastic.
Thank you.
Knowing what mine is, I laughed very hard at that. Okay, here's mine. Ready? And doing it in my same style.
Yeah, let's go
same
for
style.
it.
Love. Smoking. Sage advice.
Yep.
Safety first. Dangerous makeout session. Heartbreak. More smoking. Running. Maybe love again. Question mark. Everything you never knew you needed in the romance of the century. Ahsoka 1 and 2.
Yeah, they really go all in on the smoking.
Asako. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Ahsoka is a Star
okay.
Wars character.
I feel like you can tell, dear listener, from our tone, not really vibing with this.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily the fault of the film or the trailer. We just have no goddamn idea what's happening.
I mean, it could be the fault of the trailer. It's only, like you said, it's only 40 seconds.
Yeah.
And based on the genre, it's supposedly a romance.
Look, clearly the filmmakers behind Asako 1 and 2 were fucking at the 11th hour trying to turn something in for our segment. We appreciate you throwing your name in the hat.
Yeah.
See you again next year, hopefully.
It's not going to work out.
But yeah, come correct
we
next year.
appreciate it. Yeah.
2 minutes.
Come correct. Come fucking correct. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess as a positive, there's a really cool aerial shot of the man and woman lying next to each other on the road, cuddling next to a
Hashtag
motorcycle.
dangerous makeout session.
Yes, exactly. But I was like, that's a cool shot. And that's...
no, the visuals in it were very interesting.
Yeah.
Very good. It takes itself very seriously from
at least from the trailer.
But guys, I don't know what to tell you. It's a romance. There's a guy, there's a girl. They seem, they're shown making out and being lovey-dovey, and then maybe there's some heartbreak that happens. They're shown isolated from each other in one shot. Feeling very alone.
Yeah.
There's a shot of her closing the door. There's another shot of him, again, smoking, but, feeling distressed.
Yeah, he's framed quarter profile with camera, so it's it's really just him brooding with his thoughts.
Yep. And then the trailer ends with them kind of holding faces. So it was just kind of
really, this one should have been called 3 Faces.
3 Faces, yeah.
Yeah.
Or, just multi-faces. So
1 and 2.
Yeah. Not interested. But,
Fair.
it's kind of pretty obvious about the genre, though. It's a romance.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
in
fair.
a romance, not this one.
All right, well, let's see if this next one does anything for you. This is Sorry Angel. We have the last film that we'll be doing a backseat driver for, because again, this one is French, not with any subtitles. So here we go. Sorry Angel. It's a French dramatization of the song Blue by Eiffel 65, in which a guy determines everything around him is blue, and he's willing to throw away his wife, kids, and old lovers for some warmer color temperatures. Did you catch everything in this fucking trailer was blue? It really bothered me after a while.
You're so right. The color temperature was very cool.
Yes. All right, hit me with it, sir. What's your take?
All right, here we go. When charming yet complicated Angel decides it's high time he check himself into the hottest new psychiatric ward that the whole town's talking about, his wacky new surprise roommates will teach him the lesson of a lifetime. It's not you, man. It's the world that's crazy. Sorry, Angel. Come for the seemingly bland but nice theme of love. Stay, because the bald mustache guy with glasses is awesome.
He really is.
He's really great, right?
Yeah, he was like the biggest takeaway. And that, I think that actually probably has my favorite joke of these trailers, which is that guy, kind of like wishing someone a good night, and then he like dips into another room and is like, oh, I'll be right back. And then we reverse shot to a buck naked dude just on his couch.
Yeah. First of all, that's in English. I'll be
yeah.
right back
Yeah.
is in English
Yeah.
for some reason. Like maybe the black guy, the naked black guy on the couch is American or
yeah,
English.
he could have just been whoever he picked up. It's pretty cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing that
I
there
was like, good for this bald
there
dude.
was one line of English. So that was really interesting. Yeah, that guy was the takeaway. Everything else in this trailer, I was just like, don't care, don't care, don't care. Oh, this guy's fun.
Yeah.
Don't care. Yeah, this guy's fun. I like him.
Really, if we can just get a film about bald mustache guy,
Yeah.
I'd be pretty stoked
Yeah,
about that.
he looks like he's just loving life, man. I want to watch a movie about him.
Yeah.
That's who you write movies about, are the people that are interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wild concept. We'll see. We'll see if people take our word for
Yeah,
that. But
hard pass on this one for James.
I'm a little bit more in the middle, I guess. Because again,
of bald mustache glasses guy?
if I'm being completely real, yes.
Okay.
But also, I mean, like, yeah, like the blue color temperature. I mean, the director definitely goes all in on that.
Not the first time I've seen that overdone.
Totally.
So
But I do. There was one shot where it's the guy with his lover, and that is in a warmer color temperature, and it does really help that scene of love pop. But if we're using the blue color temperatures to convey the sense of melancholy or depression, you see the guy leaving his wife and kid right at the beginning. So clearly there's some distress, and if that's all we're really doing visually to convey that distress, I just feel like that could get a little mundane after a couple hours.
yeah, and I felt the same way just about everything, not just the color temperature.
That's fair.
I feel like whatever story this looks like it's telling could get mundane and just kind of boring and bland.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion.
Oh yeah, and that's just our opinion, but who knows? Speaking of, Everybody Knows is the next film we're talking about.
Very good segue.
So, directed by an Iranian dude, but it's in Spanish. This is a film about a family coming together for a wedding, but everything goes to hell when the bride goes missing. What secrets does the family hide? Where did the bride go? Ironically, no one knows. Alright, so what do you think about this one?
I mean, or does everyone know?
I mean, it could go either route.
It's a mystery.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Inside shot of a clock tower.
So, I mean, we can dive more into the specifics of it.
Yes, please.
But in general, I loved this trailer.
Cool.
Yeah, I really dug it. Part of it is the just knockout performers in it. Javier Bardem and Penelope Cruz.
Both gods.
Are completely giving 120% in this one. So that looks really awesome.
Yeah.
The story seems pretty straightforward too. Like the tonal shift really tells you everything you need to know about it, and it's like, oh, there's this fun-loving wedding that's happening, but it's not all that fun-loving because there's some sort of secret between these two people.
It's like, this person used to love
right. It might just be
bride.
a stolen romance.
Yeah,
but like that's okay. But that's not really the menacing part yet, but it kind of tips your hand that you're gonna get into menacing stuff.
Yeah.
And then, was it during the reception or like the next morning or something?
Yeah, I think it's the next morning.
The next
when
morning,
they discover
Penelope Cruz is just like, where is she? She's gone.
Yeah.
And everyone's downstairs, so it's like, no one's a suspect, but like sort of everyone's a suspect at the same time, and those are the most interesting mystery stories to me.
Yeah.
The ones where everyone can sort of be ruled out, but everyone is still a suspect type of thing. And it builds tension really well, especially with the edit and just like the way it's cut. I absolutely loved this trailer.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, and with that filmmaker, Oscar Farhadi,
Not familiar with him.
this is exactly what he excels at. A lot of his films are these character-driven dramas that have some sort... this is definitely going a little bit harder in the mystery aspect, but there is usually some interplay of we're not entirely sure who's telling the truth. And to see this director get to play with that in a bit more of like a genre of like, now I'm going all in. I'm making a fucking mystery movie.
It's
Buckle
like a
up.
mystery suspense film.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I'm really excited for this too.
I'm not familiar with anything that he's done, but this one seems like pretty accessible for general viewers.
Oh, and all of his movies are. Yeah, they're very much just driven by characters.
Yeah.
And like certain movies are like set in different countries. Obviously this is Spanish set, but like yeah, I mean, sometimes he'll get a little bit into the culture that he's dissecting, but for the most part, they are just stories about, love or lost love or secrets. It's all things that, regardless of your culture or whatever, you can relate to it. And, you can pull something and get something out of it.
Totally.
And it's something that Jean-Luc Godard should fucking learn. Boom roasted.
Mic drop.
Next is Under the Silver Lake, which... James and I have both talked about in a Hitchhiker segment on the show. So we're just gonna.
The trailer came out in March.
Yeah,
and like you said, we talked about it, we reviewed it, and so we'll just breeze through this one if you want to just.
Yeah. So for those keeping score at home, this is the only American film that's in the competition, and it's about a man whose crush goes missing and he travels across the seedy underbelly of LA, trying to piece together clues that may or may not actually be clues. So yeah, this dude's just seeing patterns everywhere, whether or not they're actually relative to the central mystery. The movie's pretty coy about, and it's clearly sending Andrew Garfield's character into a fucking tizzy.
Yeah.
And I remember I gave this a need to see more rating. I'm definitely warming up to this trailer the more I see it.
I was going to say, it's the same trailer.
It's the exact same one,
You haven't gotten to see more yet,
right.
Kevin.
But, just kind of looking at it, it's I am kind of digging the Inherent Vice tone that's going on here.
Yeah.
It is. It does really feel like Inherent Vice plus Big Lebowski. Now we're setting it in modern day. Boom, let's go.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I don't know, it does seem really, really fun. And I am interested in this. Regardless of how I feel about the trailer, I am going to be seeing this movie probably right as it comes out. I might just honestly bump it up to a need to see just so we can do a review of it. You want to do that? Need to see?
I mean, I'm pretty sure this was a need to see for me anyway. So, and it remains that way.
Hey, double need to see. Hey. All right, anyway, we're
hand waving. You can't see it, viewers, but we're waving hands.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have much else to add. I love this trailer, and I did back when we reviewed it. Mm-hmm. It just looks bonkers. And I might have used the word bonkers before too, but that can be weird, or it can be like a grand old time at the movies. And this one looks like the latter. So I'm just really excited for that. It's colorful, it's funny, it's intriguing. Like I want to know like what's going on in it as well. Like the mystery is also interesting to me. Whether or not it is even a mystery is interesting. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, I really liked it.
Awesome. So. Well, man, fuck, we did it. We got through all of the trailers in the main competition.
We did it.
But I think we're about ready
for a motherfucker.
What?
I'm an artist, motherfucker. I'm an artist,
What the hell
motherfucker.
is that?
It's something obnoxiously provocative. That can only mean one thing. Lars von Trier has a new movie.
Who the hell is that?
All right, so this is a Danish motherfucker who directed Antichrist, Melancholia, Nymphomaniac, were like the last three movies he did.
Yeah.
Banned from the Cannes Film Festival for making jokes about being a Nazi sympathizer.
Oh, didn't know this.
Yep, and they just let him in, so he's not in the main competition.
Is he a Nazi sympathizer, or was
he not? He's
just making a joke about it?
He was saying a joke that fucking face planted.
Look, I denounce everything Nazi, just for the record here.
As do I. Yeah. It's not a hard thing for me to denounce.
Well, let's talk about this dumb trailer that he squeezed into the Cannes Film Festival.
Yes. So, just in brief, this is about a pretentious serial killer.
It begins with him like talking with elderly gentlemen about something.
Seemingly like referring
unrelated.
To a house, referring to a house, and like just because the trailer anyway really makes it a point to draw a connection between this guy killing and it being an art for him, and that's him expressing himself.
You get that from the end. You get that at the end of the trailer, for sure.
But like that beginning where it's like, he's talking about like this house, and I hope that you're enjoying yourself in this house, and I hope that you find that it represents you well. I think to me is meant to serve as like, oh, this is your art form, and like the house that you built, in quotes, is like your oeuvre as an artist. Like, this is your life's work.
It was stupid.
It is dumb.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't like that opening part. However, I think if you hack off that beginning part, I think this is a very effective trailer.
Yeah.
And I'll say effective. I think it was well made. It's well edited. There's a great song choice in
Fame
it.
by David Bowie.
For juxtaposing against, a murder spree.
Awful things.
Performances look fantastic in it.
There's also a really great, really dark joke. So, again, this guy in an effort to
Can you
make
remind
a
me the
statement,
joke? I don't even...
The serial killer, played by Matt Dillon, drags a body that's wrapped in a bag, and then he hooks the corpse to the back of his van and drives down the road with it, so it just leaves this really ghastly streak of blood
with the
on
body
the road
dragging
behind him.
Yeah.
And this is when we start to get into the voiceover about, this is an art. Well...
Kooky road trip stuff.
Yes, according to the director of the Cannes Film Festival. Although the guy contradicts, he's like, I wouldn't say that this is art. I would say, and then he says something completely unrelated and stupid. But we're not getting there. So anyway, he drags this body, parks in an alley. He's staring at this trail of blood and really, proud of his work. And then it starts pouring rain. And he looks up, and you can just tell in his eyes, he's like, fucking god damn it. And then the last shot, as the titles are coming up, is the blood washing away. So all of that shit that he was doing to effectively express himself is now null.
Oh, interesting. I thought you meant like there was a verbal joke
no.
it somewhere.
God, no, there's not.
There's no verbal jokes.
Absolutely.
Other than... I shouldn't have gotten in a car with you because you could be a serial killer.
Whackity schmackity doo, he's a serial killer.
Joke's on you, Uma Thurman. Anyway, as much as this was difficult to watch, and as much as I will not be there in the theater to watch it, it's hard to knock the trailer. I thought the trailer was put together really well.
Yeah.
With the except, again, like I said, that opening is just like, you don't need it. You don't need it in a trailer. No one knows what you're talking about when you start that trailer, and you don't know what the movie's about.
Yeah, once you get to the end of the trailer, it's like, I guess I can sort of make that relate in retrospect. But that's not what
trailers are for. Totally. It's like, no, people watch them linearly. Linearly? Yes. Anyway...
Unless you're Jean-Luc Godard.
I was surprisingly impressed with the trailer for a movie that I have no intention of ever seeing. It was very unique, I think.
Overall, I find really cool and creative ideas. I do like the pouring rain for washing the blood away.
Yeah.
There is some really twisted shit in there that is that is objectively horrifying. Him lining up these 6 heads, and he's got the sniper rifle to effectively see how far can the bullet go.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Everything in it is terrifying.
Yeah. That said,
even Matt Dillon smiling, just terrifying.
Unsettling. But at the same time, the intense connections between this is a serial killer and he is an artist, I feel could potentially be pretty grating. I started to find it a bit grating within the trailer itself.
Yeah.
So I'm middle of the road. I would agree that this is a very well put together trailer, and I give it lots of credit for that. In terms of the content of the film itself and me proper, I'm less enthused about that. Ladies and gentlemen,
shall we dish out these...
Let's dish out second place and first place, baby.
Let's just dive into it, man.
Yes, all right. You give us your first go, sir.
My first Grand Prix.
Yes.
As it were, yes. So the runner-up for me is Everybody Knows.
Oh, cool.
You said Iranian director, right?
Yes.
But all Spanish-speaking. Repeat everything I just said before. I loved this trailer. I thought it was super engaging and interesting. So there you go.
That was my very close third. And we actually got some disagreeing going on. My Grand Prix is Three Faces. I was really taken by it. I did enjoy it.
No knocking you here, man.
Yeah.
You're your own judge at the Trailer Hitch Con Trailer Film Festival.
All right. I'm feeling pretty good that you and I both have the same Palme D'Or.
I don't know.
Really? Okay.
I honestly don't know.
I'm going to go for mine first.
Okay.
Ready? Yeah. Shoplifters.
It's not Shoplifters.
Is it Under the Silver Lake for you?
It is Under the Silver Lake.
All right, yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so James's Palme D'Or is Under the Silver Lake, which watching it again for this episode, I just was it flooded me with memory of why I loved it so much, and I cannot wait for that movie. Shoplifters, easily my third.
Cool.
Like, honorable mention, full honors, number 3. And then I do think the house that Jack built deserves a little recognition too, just because for how
it deserves to be begrudgingly let into the festival.
Yeah. But no, for me it is runner up. Everybody knows, and then Under the Silver Lake.
Yep,
those are mine.
And I'm Three Faces and Shoplifters.
Fantastic.
And
I like the diversity we got going on.
This has been really nice. Like
Shoplifters was fantastic trailer. Though.
Oh yeah, I think we had a lot of really good trailers here. And yeah, I'm glad that we got to do this. Thank you for joining us it might either be sunny, rainy, or cloudy France. We're not actually there.
Yeah.
But we really appreciate everyone coming on board with us.
I can't believe you just told everyone, Kevin. Now everybody knows.
Oh man, it's like a real... And you know what? I was going to try and make a joke about the Godard movie, but I'm just... I don't want to.
Yeah.
It just drains me of inspiration and thought. If you have inspiration and if you have thoughts, feel free to email us at trailerhitchmailbox@gmail.com. Feel free to let us know if you saw any of these con trailers, what you liked, what you disliked. If you got something out of a trailer that James and I were both, fairly mixed or middling on. Yeah, feel free to let us know.
Or if you've seen the movies themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If you are also in France and watching these movies at the film festival.
And we haven't horrifically offended you with our lie. Yeah, feel free to let us know at trailerhitchmailbox@gmail.com. Also, please hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Twitter, write to us on WordPress. Also, you can find us on iTunes. Be sure to rate and subscribe. We love your thoughts. We love hearing from you guys, so please feel free to contact us.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks to Rachel for our lovely artwork.
Absolutely.
For the podcast. And
she killed it.
She absolutely killed it. Thanks to Danny Schmitz from Lost in a Name for our fucking bitchin' intro. And thanks to Casey Clowers for our lovely outro that you'll be hearing.
You will be hearing that very shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We hope that you have a great stay in what I assume is your France.
Or your, backyard or living room or whatever. Or your car. Whatever. Yeah. Look, it's not important.
We hope we transported you for a little bit. That's the point.
There you go. Cheers, Kevin.
Cheers.
To wine.
Yeah, we still got an entire bottle. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
You can't mount holy sails without a sailor stitch. And you can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch. Trailer hitch.
Actually, just realized we kind of talked about everything, but we still have a full bottle of wine. I'm trying to think of
half bottle
topics. I'm sorry for not loving Infinity Wars. We seem to get pretty heated about that. I just wanted to apologize, let you know that.
Dude, look, the second the movie ended, you were right there next to me. Mm-hmm. You enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
That's all I'm looking for, is for people to enjoy themselves. I think part of it was...
And in retrospect, I think I was being too harsh within the review.
I don't think so. Okay. I think you had very strong opinions on it. I think Joe had very strong opinions on it. Strong opinions clash sometimes. That's fine. I didn't have as strong opinions on it, so I was just cool with whatever happened. So I was very fluid about it.
We were fluid, yeah. Is there anything on your mind you want to talk about while we're waiting for our returning flight to LA?
No.
Nah. When does Red Dead Redemption come out?
October.
Fuck.
I know.
There's going to be like 3 whole Godard movies coming out before then.
God save us.